Okay, good evening. Today we will do our items. We'll just fix a few things from my last video with the animations, but then we'll start working with the items spawning in the energy and the power in our crate. When it's destroyed, we'll do the same thing. Alright, but first thing first, let's go to the player. Where's my player? Up here. Let's go to the player blueprint. Open it up, and right here, this player area, this player hit idle to walk state. I copied and pasted this node from the attack melee. The same exact code. I didn't even change the numbers. I just saw that it worked. I might have to tweak it out, but that actually works really well. I actually copied, I pasted, I put the same exact code in the enemy. Here it is. Where's the enemy? There it is. Same thing, same number. I mean, I didn't actually sit there to actually test it really well. I might have to play with that number, but that's all that was. I don't have that infinite glitch where I was getting the guy locked up into that hit state. Alright. Also, here in our enemy blueprint, I went to the capsule component. You're going to get the capsule component of your enemy. You're going to scroll all the way down till you find the collisions. You're going to set it to custom, and you're going to get collision responses, and you're going to make sure that it's all the cameras click to ignore, visibilities click to ignore. That will stop the jitteriness of the colliding and zooming in all the time. With the the character and all of that stuff. What else did I do? Yeah, to play a character, I constrained that. I constrained the y-axis. Do that by just going to your character movement and scrolling down. Constraints. Planular constraints or something like that. And you just set it to custom. I did Y. And it's locked, so it just stays on the X. So that also helps with what we did with that collision aspect. Alright, so yeah, that's all I really did. Let's go to the items, because this is what I really want to do. Alright, I want to deal with our energy, replenishes our HP. We'll do this from the enemy, and our power. We'll do our power blast recharge from the crate. I won't do all of the crate. I'll do a destroy, and I'll just set one of these. I mean, the other two could be up to you. You could do whatever you want to make it look whatever you want, but this would be how it functions. So let's get a blueprint class and actor. Let's get one of these guys. Alright, and we're going to call this BP item energy. Alright, this is our item energy. This will actually deal with our HP. I need a couple of components. I need a flip book. Put in the flip book, and then I'll set a collision sphere also. Alright, we'll drop these in. Yeah, alright, let me just set this first. I'll take the sphere, put it in the flip book, and then I'll take my flip book and I'll put it back in the sphere, because now my flip book is part of that sphere, and I'll show you what I mean in a little bit. Alright, I'll set everything up. Let me, let's get the radius first. I know the radius I'm going to want to set it to is about, like, it's got to be really small. I'll leave it 9. That's a little less than 10. Probably like 7 if I remember correctly. Alright, let's get our flip book. And our flip book is going to be the thing that we need. That's all we need is our flip book. No animations, no nothing. Alright, so we're going to use our energy. Let's get that. Select our flip book. Let's put it in there. Let's compile. Let's save. Now, if I select the sphere, everything moves. See, I want to move this up anyway, because that scene component right here at the bottom, that's the bottom of the scene. So I want to move that up so that's floating in the air a little bit. When I get spawned in. Alright? This is really simple. There's not a lot of code here, really. Alright? We're just going to go into here. We're going to end up just closing this out, get that gone, get this gone. Oh, come on. And we'll close out this window. And we'll just deal with the event. Actor will begin overlap, and we'll need a call to our player. So get our player cast call. We'll set that. We'll see if this is valid from our player cast call pin. The question mark is valid. All right. Oh my God. I said the question mark too. The question mark is valid. Derp. All right. There you go. Let's connect this. All right. So what we want to do here when this actor is overlapped, I want to take my current health or current HP as I have it and set my current HP. I will have to add something to this current HP. Put our add node there. Here I will put 1/10, 0.1. That'll be how much I add to the current health. Then pull off the cast call pin and we'll set the current health. Oh, not yet. That's twice. I just did that twice. We'll set the current health. That's because I'm rushing. I'm going a little quick. Set. There you go. Okay, let's connect our pins. Alright, connect the plus to the current HP. So we have a new current HP now because we have our added HP. These pins. Alright. Alright, so this is what's going to happen when he's overlapped our player. Make sure it's valid. We'll add 110. Set the new current HP. When we're done with that, we will, set a small delay. And then I will go and I will set destroy actor. Okay, so now that that's all set up, this is basically all the function that we're going to need. Let's compile it, we'll save. Alright, so overlap, check to see if it's player. If it is, we'll get our current health. We'll add 1/10 of this to our current health, set the new current health with a slight delay, and then destroy it. That should be it. Alright, we could actually see if this works by dragging it into the world, and I will drag it into the world. One thing I want to do is get our player. I want to get our y-axis or our y location of our player. Copy this, and we'll select the, there you go, the item, and paste the same location for the y. So you're at least in line. We're only doing left and right, so I want to be in line so we can collide with this. Alright, so let's play. Let's see if this actually works. Watch our progression bar. And yes, it works. I overlap it, it takes it, HP is now gained. Everything registers, that works great. That's awesome. So now that this works, and I know that this works, because we just saw it work, the next item should be pretty easy. So we could just take all of these, which I am going to probably do because it will save time. I will take all of this, I will duplicate this, and create the power item. Alright. All I'll do is I'll copy and paste and put the same exact code into this item. Not destroy, but delete the variables that are set and set them to the variables that I need for this actual item, the power item. Alright, we'll just set our flipbook first. We'll come down here. We'll get our current power. Okay. We're going to put it into the add pin and get rid of this current HP. Now we will set our current power. I will type it this time. Okay. And we will plug it into the is valid execution and then into the delay. We'll get rid of the current HP. We'll connect the player cast call pin to our set current health. Well, current power, excuse me. Alright, so that's set up. Come on. That's alright. Alright. So this does the same thing, where it should do exactly the same thing, except for our power item. Alright, I gotta stop playing with these. Okay. Compile, save. Alright, we could do the same thing. We could drag this into the world, plop it in, and I believe it should be okay if I just copy this right and paste it right there. It should be the same thing, right? Yeah, it looks good. Alright, let's test this one. Alright, we'll load it up. There we go. We're walking. We know this works. Okay, let's check our power. Ah, nope. Power did not work. It actually went backwards. I wonder why. Well, I'll tell you why. We never, ever, ever went and set the add pin to the current power. It's set to 0, so that's where it went to 0. So it is actually working. So let's just change the add pin. I want to make this maybe 2 tenths, because power we use a little bit more, and then plug it in. All right, there we go. It's now set. We'll compile and save, and when we play this, it should work fine now, hopefully. So here we go. Let's start walking. Yeah, that works fine. We all know that. Now let's watch our bar. There we go, and now it works the way it's intended to work. All right, so we have that. We have our items, our power item, our energy item. They actually work. The functionalities work fine. It works good. They add to the power bar. I mean, it's not exactly finished or it's perfect, but it will suffice for what I'm showing you. All right, we have these. We want to spawn these. I have the power item, and then I have an energy item. All right, let's close these. I'll take my energy item, and I'll probably spawn him from here, my enemy. My energy will be spawned from my enemy. Yes. All right. I have a plane. I took a plane, I added a plane component. I dropped it in, and I named it item drop, and I set it underneath or at the bottom of my character. All right, you go to your detail panel, you go all the way down, custom collisions, you shut everything off, ignore all, because you don't want it to collide with anything. And then you want to also go down and put hidden in-game. You do not want to see it, you do not want to collide with it. It is there strictly as a reference point to spawn that item that we want him to spawn when he is dead. That is it. All right, that's all that is. All right, I mean, I could use an arrow component, any component. I like to use the plane because it works nice. I like it. Just I know it's there or where it goes. All right, and that point at the bottom, that's the bottom of the plane. So, and you'll see what I mean. That's why I had the item set up the way it is. So we'll go to the event damage of our enemy, where the is dead is clicked. We'll slide down towards the end where we have the delay and the destroy actor, and we'll highlight these and we'll slide these out of the way, because this is the area where we're going to put this little bit of code right after this jump number. This is what we want to do. Always set a slight delay or somewhat of a delay just to break it up so it's not one on top of the other. It actually pauses to finish something before it gets done. It's so minuscule and slight, and they'll never know. Oh. All right, from the delay pin, spawn actor from class. All right, we're gonna ignore everything so it spawns. All right, and then we need to get our item drop. Take our item drop. Let's slide this back. Actually move this over because I'm gonna need room. All right, let's pull off of this pin and get the world location. Get the world location of the item drop. This will give you a conversion node, so leave a little room so you could just connect that straight to the transform and you get the conversion node and it works to let you know that it's there. We now have to select the class that we want. But yeah, this is the item drop. We get the world location and it should transform in the item drop. What we really want to transform is our item energy, and it should appear. The slight delay should let it last long enough so it should appear in that plane before the actor is destroyed. So let's open up the select class, go down and select our item energy. All right, that's about it. That delay might be a little long. I might have to make it shorter. The 0.75. Let's compile. See, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm good. I believe I'm good. We could check this out right now. Let's play this. Boom. Ah, there it is. And yes, it works. Okay, so when our enemy is destroyed, our item is now spawned and we can use it to power up. Alright, well actually like ante up on health. Ooh, that works a little bit. Boom. And that's what I'm talking about where that frame rate actually works. I just showed it off right there. It goes back into its idle. Alright, so this actually works. That works really well. We'll spawn the energy there. Alright, but I got the power I also have to do. Alright, and that'll be done through, like I said, the crate. Let's go here. Let's save all of this. Let's go. Actually, yeah, got that. Got this. I'm going to get to the crate. We're going to do 3 states, like I said. I'm going to choose one of these damage states. I'm going to do a destroyed state, and then I will do a new state. Or, new damage destroyed. I will cheat this also a little bit. How I do this. Alright. I will select a blueprint class. And I will get ZD and make it a character. A ZD paper character. Because it's just easier for me. Alright, we'll name this BP Crate. Alright. And it's a character. Let's open it up. You got the capsule component, has everything set up. The animation component is set up in here where it's actually taking care and it's rendering the component of a sprite. I don't have to set that up and initiate. It's all done. It's a little extra. It's probably overkill, but this does everything it's intended to do to a T. I like it. It's easy. It's probably not the correct way, but it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Alright, the character movement's killer though. I don't really need it at all. So let's set the flipbook for our crate. We'll get the new one. I'll make that a little bigger too. I might double that up. I'll do 2 on the X and 2 on the Y. Just to give it some more girth and make sure we collide with that. That does look a little small. Alright, that works. And for all intent and purposes, you want to do that. I will use the capsule components for this guy. I'll just shrink this down. I'll encompass it. And that's it. Don't have to be perfect, just enough. Doesn't bother me. Just needs to collide and register a hit. It's rough. It's not like this crate's going to be moving towards you. That's, like I said, the movement component's kind of a waste. It's the extra that I don't need. But everything else is really cut and dry. I'll even build this like a character. Alright, so we got our capsule component all set up. It's alright. Let's take the sprite. Line it up a little bit. Let's move it down to the bottom of the sphere like we would do a character. So the bottom is at the bottom. So it looks like it sits on the ground and it's not floating too much. Gives it that sit look. Alright, that'll work. That's okay. Alright. That's good. I think that's about it. This is our character here. This is how we'll set this up. Close this out. And clean it up a little bit. Like I said, it's not going to take much. I'm going to set this up just like a character. It's kind of crazy. So we'll get a variable. We'll call this durability. This is the durability. This is actually going to be a float. Alright, and how we have our flow set up, 1 is like 100, so we've been working off of that. I don't want this to be 100, because then I would have to calculate everything. Like the hit points to this, to that. So I would leave this at like a 0.6 or a 0.5, so it takes several hits to do so, to destroy it. And that seems to be working good for me right now. You could do more or less depending on how many frames you do. I'm just doing these 3, so it works fine. Could compile and save. Alright, we have our durability. We'll bring in the durability and put it into the blueprint. Leave it there, and now we'll set the durability, just like you would do a health. All right. So we're not using int or anything. We're sticking to the float. The calculation will be easier with the damage being calculated to a float and not having to cross it over, as long as we leave 1 as 100. We will need the event any damage. Yes, we're going to treat this like the character, because that's what it is, really. That's what it's intended to really be and be treated as. So we'll get our durability, put it out here, set it, subtract it. And I want to subtract the damage. Once the damage is subtracted, I want to set my durability. So after the durability is subtracted by the damage, I set a new durability, and it's all said and done. All right? So this is exactly the same setup as for the enemy and the player, really. It's just the names are different. We also have to check to see if this is less than or equal to 0. All right, and we'll have a branch node here. We're going to put the branch node out, and then we'll set the boolean. So put out your branch node and connect the execution pins. Now go down to your variables. We'll create a boolean. Call this is destroyed. All right. Like I said, this will be a boolean. Okay. Now, and just like the characters, we'll set true and tick the box to is destroyed. Set it and unticked for false. So, if it is dead or destroyed, I'm sorry, we'll put a delay. You know what? No, I messed up. We need our anim component, our anim instance. I was saying that was kind of easy. Wait, I'm missing something. Wow. Yeah, see, I'm getting sloppy now. Anim instance, I'll slow down, and then we'll get our jump node. I almost went ahead. I almost started putting the code in that I'm supposed to put in after this. Connect the jump node to the set. Alright, let's copy these. Let's paste them below. Let's also connect the execution pin on these. Alright, and now we have to go to an animation graph. This is very simple. We'll get our state machine name, we'll get our jump names, and I'm going to be using 3 flipbooks, so it's like really 3 nodes. We'll save, compile. Now, I'm going to have to create, I'll create a blueprint. No, not a class, I'm sorry. I need to make an interface. Go to blueprint, go to interface, and we'll call this int destructible characters. All right. All right. Let's set up. Now, and we'll do this in case you want to add more. You could just do the same thing, copy and paste like I've been doing. Use the same code and just change the name and set everything up here. And we'll just do this function here. We'll call this create call. Just leave it real simple and go to the outputs and we'll get our BP create and also call it create call. Let's set this up real quick just so we can initialize our blueprint, which is literally going to take 30 seconds. It's very fast. Nothing drastic. There's no transitions. All right, there you go. Capital C there. Create call. Okay. Save. We're done with this. We can close this. We'll have to get our crate. We have to go to our class settings. Go to add, int, and then destroyable actor. Destructible actors, whatever they are. Characters. Alright. Open this up and then get a reference to self. Just go to your interfaces, create call, open it and reference to self. That's it. Alright, so that reference is done. Let's set up a sources and then the blueprint. This is good. Let's open this. We got that. And now we're going to have to create a source for the new to destroy in one of my damages. So let's right click, go down to Paper ZD, get an anim source. Let's call this anim source crate. I'm only going to use 3 new and 1 damage. There's more damage. You set it up any way you'd like. Add them in, put them in. So I'm just going to add 3. So I'll add a new one 3 times. Just for speed up purposes. And we're going to rename this new. This one we'll rename damaged. And then we'll rename the last one destroyed. Then we'll set the flipbooks in these sequences. And this is done. Alright. There you go. Let's go and set the new. And the damage, which damage am I going to use? That's fine. And then we'll set the destroyed, which is the exploding. Right, there you go. Alright. We have our sources, we'll compile, save. I don't need this no more. I think we're good with this. We need our blueprint. So go to Paper ZD, Paper ZD NMBP. Let's get the source for the crate we just created and set this as NMBP crate. Alright. This is very quick. Alright, so our enemy spawns the energy. This is going to spawn our power. Alright, so you set that. Double click, open this up. Let's get the event on it. As soon as we close this out, let's get our crate cast call message, or crate call message. That's what it really is. Let's get the owning actor, the ZD. Yeah, the ZD right here, yes. And then we'll promote this to a variable. And this is now set. Alright. This is easy. Just compile, we can save. We got this all done. We can now hit the animation graph and set up a state machine. So click anim graph, get the result pin, pull off. Let's go to state machine, add new state machine, and name our state machine. This will be called crate state machine, for me anyway. Alright. There you go. It's all named and good to go. Let's open it up. Hey, open up. There you go. Okay. Well, off the out, it's obviously going to need a new state, and we're going to call this our new state. It's new, it's out in the board, or out in the world. Alright, so there's the new state. Off the result pin here, I type in new because that's what I name it as in the sequences. So there's my new crate. So I'll compile, save. That's done. Alright. Now, with that said, I would need 2 more actions. So we'll get them out here. We'll set out 2 more jump nodes. I'll set a jump node here. Move that there. Set a jump node here and set that there. There you go. Our first jump node, this will be called damaged. This will be the damage jump node. Okay. This bottom one will be called destroyed. That's my destroyed jump node. Alright, let's pull off the pin from the damage. Let's get a new state. Let's call this state damaged state. Excuse me. Alright. Let's open it up. off the result pin, let's set our damage crate flipbook. There we go. There it is. Alright, let's set that, line that up. Off my destroyed, pull off here, get a new state, and name it my destroyed state. Okay. There you go. I get the result pin, set destroy. There you go. So that's it. I believe that is all I'm going to need for my animation blueprint here. Just these 3 notes. No transitions, no nothing. Starts new, gets damaged, looks damaged, gets destroyed, gets destroyed. Using the other ones, you might use the transitions or some more coding, but let's put our names in here now that we got all of these over here. So let's paste our damaged where it belongs. Let's paste our destroyed where it belongs. All right. Yep. And we'll get our state machine name right here. Like I say, I like highlighting these because I can't go wrong because it's exactly the same. Even if I spelt it wrong, it still works. Let's paste it and paste it here. All right, there you go. This is all set up. All right, this should catch some damage now. Let's set the animation component so it's not doing nothing. All right, do I want to test it or should I just code in that and be ballsy? Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just pull off of this pin. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna end up spawning this guy in. Let's do a little delay. Okay. Leave it small for right now. We'll fix this if I have to. It's not a problem. Alright, let's get our sprite. Let's pull off of our sprite and get the world location. Alright, let's get off of our completed pin from the delay and spawn actor from class. Okay. And let's move this over because we get that conversion pin again over here. Here we go. Plug in our get world location into the spawn transform. Alright. Get our actor of class. We want our item power. We want our collision to ignore and always spawn. Okay. Let's clean this up. That looks pretty good that way. Alright. When that's spawned, I want to get the delay. Just let it finish running all that. Make sure our item spawns, the power item spawns before the actor destroys. Like I said, just throw a number in here for now. I know it's exploding, so I need some sort of delay. And then we will pull off of this and destroy that actor and itself, so everything can just stay the way it is. Okay, so hopefully when we damage the box, if the box gets actually damaged, it should spawn in a power item. It should replenish our power bar. So let's compile and save. Alright, good. Let's go. I think I could just throw him into the world and line him up. So let's get him out here. Let's drop our crate. Let's move it over. Let's make a little. Make a little line of things to do. And get this again. I know this number isn't still saved. Let's get our y-axis of our player character so we're on the same plane of everything. Let's set it for our crate. And if you see what I mean, the bottom is sitting nice. It looks like it's on the ground. The capsule component isn't really interfering. It doesn't look too great in the editor, but it does the job effectively. Alright, let's play and see. Alright, we know these items work. Alright, good there. Good there. Now does this work? Yep, destroys. I might have to hit a couple. Yes, it does. It does spawn. It does work, but that delay needs to be a little longer. It's a little too short. It kind of respawn, and there is no respawn, but it does work. It actually does work. The enemy spawns our energy, and then our crate does our power. Alright. Let's just fix this a little bit. See how this looks now. We'll test this out. Oh, this isn't bad. Alright. Let's destroy this bad boy. Yeah, it takes several hits and it collects, and there we go. That works just fine. That's a really beautiful thing. Yes, it is. Alright. I got a few minutes, and I'll do something here. I wasn't going to do it, but I'll do it anyway, because it's kind of cool. Let's pull off of this class. Let's type in get. Yeah, it's going to make a mini array. Alright. Let's get a copy. Alright. I'm going to make a mini array. We're going to select a random one. Watch. We're going to pull off of this pin here. And get a random integer in range. This isn't the best way to do it. The best way to do it is do an item master class, but this suffices. Alright, don't worry about that. We could fix this when we refresh the node. Alright, so let's get this and make array. Alright, let's make this array. Alright, we have one. Let's set the first one. Oh wait, let's add both of them. Forget it. Let's set the first one, and it's because I glitched out of it for some reason, as energy, and the second one as power. Alright. Alright. Now, my random int, see that 0 to 1? So 0 to 1, it'll grab one of those integers and spawn one of those. Let's refresh this. There we go. Okay, let's pull this down. This is okay. Let's get the owner. I want to get the owner and get self. Alright, I believe if this works, we could basically copy and paste it, but it should spawn a random item in, and we're using the crate. So let's see if it comes in green first. If it comes in green, we know it's working. If it's not, we know I gotta do something else because it's not working. But that's a mini array that should work. Not the best way, but it should work. Alright. How about this? Select that, hold Alt. After you select that arrow and move it over. Let go. Select the arrow again, hold Alt, move it over. And that's how you can copy and duplicate really fast. Just slide out. Boom. Get the arrow, hold down Alt while you move. That's it. Alright, we got a couple of crates. I should have something random there. Alright, we just got to get a green one and I'll be happy. It means it's working. That we know works. That we know works. Hitting it and destroying it works. Ah, see, it's green for the first one. Beautiful. There we go. Come on. Actually, swing. Swing. Ah, another green. Come on. Give me a pink. Watch it do all green. Oh, no. Oh, there's a pink. Yeah, so it does do random. Alright, see, you get random. Random. Oh, yeah, it is random. Alright. Alright, and if you want a little bit extra, you can go down over to this array and add one more pin and leave it blank. You just leave it that way and then change the max to 2. And once in a while, there'll be an empty one. I might have to do another one though because there's only one empty one to 2 actually given items. So I might get something a lot more than that. Let's see. No, I got one. Got another one. Nothing. Yeah. Got another. I never thought I would say yeah for getting nothing. Alright, so the random works. That's how you set up the items. That's it. That's how I would do it. Like I said, it's not the best. But yeah, we could actually take this. We could actually copy all of this and drop this in the enemy so the enemy does the same thing. And like I said, you would definitely want to set up a master class for your items and have everything go through there. This is doing a little extra code. So it's definitely not the best. I have to keep putting it in there instead of just having an item one class being called all the time. Alright. So let's just paste this in here. Code's exactly the same. Nothing's got to really be changed. Just put that pin in there. And then we'll have to get a self, because we want it for the robot or our enemy. Alright. That's it. You got more items. You could add more items. You could do whatever you want. This is how you would spawn random ones. You could put it to anything you want that spawns something that has a death animation. This works basically with anything. It's very basic. And it should fit the bill. It does everything it's supposed to do. And I thank you. I'll try to figure out what I want to do for the next episodes. Let's just test out this enemy though. I don't know. I might actually make the spawner and like add a few little functions to these, or actually maybe start a level. But I'm still working on stuff for that. He's got a green still. I want a pink or nothing. Boom. Alright, there's the pink. So I know if that's working, I'll get a nothing because that happened already. I might want to add another nothing. Ooh. Oh, that I might actually want to check. I could do also a cleanup video. But yeah, this is how this works. These are the items, and I hope it helped. I really do. Alright. Thank you. And enjoy. Dead.